Fitness Podcast. It is your host, Coach Hallie Jimenez. And speaking of coaches, that is what we are talking about today. I'm going to be sharing the 10 brutal truths about having a coach that most coaches won't talk about. You guys know I like to keep it transparent, real, raw, vulnerable in my content and in my podcast. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. So over the last 5 years, I have had now 4 fitness coaches myself. Even though I'm a coach, I've had 4 fitness coaches, and I have been with my current coach for over 2 years now. So I have learned a lot through coaching hundreds of women, but also having coaches myself. I love being a client too. Even though I am a coach, I'm still a client. I check in, I have my macros I need to hit, I have my workouts I need to hit, and I honestly think it has definitely made me into an even better coach, and that's where you learn so much. It's about having the guidance and the accountability. So in this podcast, I'm going to be breaking down the brutal truths that you need to know about having a coach, and this is what most coaches are not going to talk about. So number 10, I will say the 10th one is the most important. So I save the best for last always. But let's talk about the 10 brutal truths. Number 1, this might seem obvious, but a coach is not a magic pill. I think people come into investing in themselves, they come into a program, and they will instantly expect results, right? Like they just expect that their entire life is gonna change and everything's gonna be great. And there is gonna be lots of people where that will happen. Your life does change when you apply yourself. I think a lot of coaches don't talk about how you have to put in the work. Like a coach is not a magician. We cannot snap our fingers and then all of a sudden you're at your goal. A coach is your compass in the journey. Think of your coach as it's Apple Maps, okay? When you're trying to go to a destination, you put the address in. Your coach is Apple Maps, but you need to drive the car. You need to put it in drive. You need to press the gas. You need to actually go on the journey to get to the destination. And it is, you get there faster, right? Like when you have a coach, you'll get there in half the time. If I tried to freaking go drive somewhere right now, I don't know any directions. I'm horrible with directions. And so if you're trying to do the journey on your own, no directions, no Apple Maps, of course you're going to get lost. It's going to take you different all ways. You're going to, it's taking you twice as long to get there. So having a coach will get you to your destination faster, but you do have to put the car in drive. Okay, so that is number 1. A coach is not a magic pill. Number 2, brutal truth about hiring a coach is you have to put your ego to the side. This can be kind of a hard thing to do if you are someone who is, really bold, you've got a bold, strong personality, you're confident in yourself, which is great. And, that's a great trait to have. But I've also learned that when you hire a coach and you are trusting someone with your fitness journey, you do have to put your ego to the side and you have to kind of realize like, all right, there are people out there who know more than me. And in order for me to make progress, I need to realize that I don't know what to do. And it's a humbling process. And I think there's a lot of power in that, in, setting your ego to the side and then realizing that, you need some guidance. And this was like something that was hard for me to learn because I have already, been on my journey. I lost the weight pretty much on my own without having a coach. It did take me like 2 years to lose the weight. But once I started hiring coaches, it was like, oh, like you realize how much you don't actually know. So you do have to put your ego to the side and realize there are people who are smarter than you. They're more educated than you. They've been to where you want to go, and they've also helped people get there. So putting your ego to the side is one of the most rewarding things you can do, because if you try and do the journey on your own, it's kind of like feeding your ego. But when you learn how to be the student, it's like you're never going to stop the growth. Number 3, this kind of goes hand in hand with what I just said, but brutal truth number 3 is you need to let go of control. This can be hard for you if you are someone who likes to feel very safe and control your environment. And, I think it's like a defense mechanism that we do is like we try to control everything because we feel safer when we are in control. So when you hire a coach, you're now giving that control to someone else. They're giving you what to eat, the macros, the workouts, workouts. So you have to let go of control and you have to trust the process. You could no longer try and do other programs or other diets, or you can't get distracted. You can't see something on TikTok and, oh, someone lost 10 pounds in a week doing this, I want to do that. Like, you can no longer do that. You've got to trust your coach and follow the game plan that they give you, because that is when, giving up control and realizing that you are now investing in yourself, you're investing in someone to guide you to get to where you want to be. So you've got to let go of that control, which leads me to number 4. This kind of, goes hand in hand with what I was just saying, but you need to learn how to trust and communicate. When you're letting go of control in your fitness journey, I know it can be a scary thing, but you made this decision and you now need to choose to trust your coach. You need to trust them and know what they are doing, or you need to know that they know what they're doing, and you need to communicate with them as well. And this is when it comes down to like making sure, obviously, you are choosing a coach who has the client transformations, who's been doing this for a few years, who has been through the journey themselves. Like, if you're looking to for example, like when I competed, I hired my coach who is a world champion in the federation that I wanted to compete in. Like, she has been where I would want to go. She's been down that path and she's done multiple shows. So like, I wanted someone who has been down the path, who has also helped people get to where I want to be. So whether like your goal is competing or whether it is, just losing weight or getting toned, building muscle, choose a coach who has been down the journey and who's also helped multiple people just like you get to where you want to be. And you have to trust that they know what they're doing, even if it goes against what you think is right, what you've learned. I've learned that, especially like new clients coming into the program, it's a lot of unlearning things that society has taught you, because most of the things you guys see online, it's misinformation out there. It's not true. So like, if you've been taught to like, oh, you need to lower carbs, you should do cardio, all these like things, it's like you have to relearn them, and you just have to trust that your coach knows what they're talking about. Okay. Number 5, fifth brutal truth is a coach is not just for when things are going great and you're motivated and you're consistent. A coach is actually for when you are struggling. You are not consistent. You struggle to show up for yourself. You struggle with that commitment. Like, that is what having a coach is for. And I was actually having a conversation with someone today who wanted to hire a coach, but they were like, I'm going to prove to myself I can be consistent first. That doesn't make sense. It's kind of like saying you're going to wait till you are feeling better if you're sick to go to the doctor. Like, if you're sick right now, you're like, oh, I'm going to wait to feel better, then I'll go to the doctor. No, you go to the doctor when you're sick. You hire a coach when you struggle with accountability and consistency and you don't know what to do. You also hire a coach when you think you know what you need to do, but you're still not at your goal. You also hire a coach when you are consistent and maybe you're more advanced. You've already made progress, but you really want to build up on it. So there's a lot of reasons to hire a coach, but it is not just for when things are great, you're motivated, you're consistent. In fact, hiring a coach will help you be more consistent because, one, now you're taking a risk and you have invested financially into yourself. So you have more skin in the game. You don't want to mess up because you're like, okay, I'm in it. I've made this commitment. You've invested now finances into yourself. You're more committed when you do that. And 2, you have the support, someone checking up on you. You are doing your check-ins. You've got the communication. Maybe your coach has a community, which I love our Align Fitness community. And so when things are a struggle, that's when you should reach out to your coach more. It's not like, oh, I can't do the program right now. I'm busy. I'm stressed out. No, that's why you're in the program. That's why you have a coach. It's someone to hold you accountable and teach you the habits and discipline you need to stay consistent when you are not motivated, when you're struggling, when you can't hold yourself accountable. Number 6th, why can I not say that? Brutal truth is your coach is going to call you out lovingly. Okay. And don't take it personal. Because you have to understand your coach is coming from a really great place. If they are a good coach with good intentions, they want you to succeed so badly. Like, that is all I think about, is how can I help my clients see better results? How can I make my program better? Like, I'm always just thinking, I want my clients to see amazing results. How can I make it easier for them? On vacation in Europe, you guys, I was in Ibiza. What was I doing? I was not out partying. Well, everything was closed anyway, but I was in my hotel room on my laptop creating meal plan templates for my clients in the Ascend and Elite program. And I was literally sitting in the hotel room for hours, and I was doing that in the layover in the airport. Like, when a coach is super committed, they are going to call you out in a loving way because they want you to succeed. They're going to tell you what you need to hear. And that is so good. And I used to be someone who did not like tough love. I was too sensitive. I took offense to it. Don't take offense to it, because if someone's words are, it's different if they're like calling you these names and it's not, helpful in your journey. Like, obviously, it needs to be constructive criticism. But if a coach is calling you out because they see your potential and they know what you're capable of and they want you to succeed, sometimes it is going to be hard to hear. But growth does not happen in your comfort zone. A good coach is not just going to cheer you on. They're going to challenge you. They're going to challenge your excuses, your habits, your mindset when it is needed. I do it all the time. I have hard conversations with my clients because I know it's what they need to hear. So be receptive to it. Don't be defensive, offensive. Like, if you only have people in your life who are just like always agreeing with you, always whatever, like they're not pushing you to be better, then you need to surround yourself with different people. Every mentor and coach I've had has called me out when I needed to, and I needed it. And I'm just, in the moment, it might hurt, and I'm like, oh, that was mean. But then after like years, months later, it's like, wow, I'm so glad that you told me that. Because like, you need to hear the truth. The truth is what sets you free. So don't take it offensive. Don't get defensive with it. It's all out of love. Again, it has to be constructive. If your coach is calling you names, then that's not helpful. Like, it needs to be helpful in your journey. But I challenge you to be receptive to it and not think, oh, this is just a mean coach. Okay. Number seventh brutal truth when it comes to hiring a coach is you won't always feel like it's working, but that doesn't mean that it's not working. I'm going to be fully transparent, you guys. Your fitness journey is going to be hard. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have weeks where the scale is up. You're going to have weeks where your strength is down. You're going to have weeks where water retention is up. You gain an inch on your waist. You don't see the difference in your progress pictures. That's a part of the journey. Do you expect every week is going to be great and perfect and amazing, and every week you're going to lose weight every week and you're going to see changes every week? That is not how it works. Sometimes you have to take a few steps back to then step forward. Just because you don't feel like it's working doesn't mean that it's not, because a lot of the times the transformation in your fitness journey happens internally. It's happening with your mindset, with creating new patterns, new habits. It's happening with internal changes. Like, you can't see that your energy is better. You can't see that your digestion is better. You can't see that your hormones are balancing and you feel better internally. Like, those are things you can't necessarily see, but it doesn't mean that you're not making progress. Progress is supposed to be slow. In fact, if you see people losing 10 pounds in a week, 30 pounds in a month, that's not body fat. They're not losing 30 pounds of body fat in a month. They're not losing 10 pounds of body fat in a week. That's not how it works. They're just losing water and probably muscle, and they're going to gain it all back as fast as they lost it. So don't let those things distract you and feel like, oh, these people are making faster progress. Usually, the faster you see progress, the faster you lose the progress. So there is an extent, though, like if you haven't made any progress at all in months or a year and you've been consistent, then obviously you might need to look at some things. But overall, like, your progress should be slow, especially when you're undoing years and years of bad habits. You did not gain the weight in a week. You did not gain the weight in a month. It was years, plural, of bad habits that led you to where you are right now. If you're overweight, you're unhappy, you're not confident, you have no energy, that didn't happen in a day. That was years and months of bad habits. So why do you expect to see the results in a week? In 4 weeks? It's going to take years and months to undo those bad habits as well. Okay, so trust the process even when you can't see immediate results. Fitness is one of those things where we have to delay gratification. And the more you can do that, the more successful you will be. I'm okay with having slow progress. When I first hired my coach in 2022 now, the end of 2022, I had already been on my journey for 5 years, 6 years? I think 6 years. And so I knew that progress was slow. So I actually didn't even compare my progress photos for like 6 months when I joined my coach. I did not obsessively look at the progress photos and the check-ins and stuff. I waited 6 months to actually put them side by side and notice some differences. Because I know how long that's how long it really takes to see very noticeable changes. So keep staying consistent and trusting the process, because giving up sure is not going to get you to your goal. Okay. Eighth brutal truth is accountability can feel uncomfortable. It can feel uncomfortable. When someone is tracking your progress and holding you to your word, it can bring up feelings of guilt or resistance, but the discomfort is where the change happens. I say this all the time. Growth does not happen in your comfort zone. If you always just stay where you're comfortable in life, then good luck growing, okay? We all want to achieve a lean, toned, healthy body, confident in a bathing suit, but like a lot of people will not do the uncomfortable things that it takes to get there. It's uncomfortable to weigh yourself at first. It's uncomfortable to take progress photos at first. It's uncomfortable to learn how to track your macros. It's uncomfortable going to the gym the first time. That is where the growth happens, and it's only uncomfortable at the beginning. Like the first 1 to 2 years in your fitness journey when you are a beginner, all those things are new and it's hard and it's uncomfortable, but once you get into like year 3, 4, 5, 6, like it's honestly not that uncomfortable. It just becomes a part of who you are. So embrace the discomfort that comes with change, because if you don't, you're going to live a lifetime of discomfort in your body. You're not confident when you look in the mirror. You can't wear the clothes you want to wear. You don't like how you look in a bathing suit. You're constantly thinking about how you look in pictures. That is exhausting, you guys. It's draining. I've been there. I can promise you the discomfort that it takes to reach your goals is so worth it. I can wear clothes that I want to wear and look in the mirror and feel happy. I don't have to worry about what I look like in a bathing suit on the beach, right? I can take pictures, and obviously I'll see some pictures and I'm like, ew, I don't like that picture of me. I'm a woman. We all do that. But for the most part, I'm like, oh, that's cute. I look good. I like the picture. You notice like you see the muscle definition on your body. Like you see the changes. It feels so good. Your life is actually less stressful when you're healthy and confident and happy in your body. Okay, number 9. This one is one of my favorites. A coach can't want it more than you. A coach cannot want your goals more than you. You have to want that goal, that vision you have for your life and your body more than anyone else. I want it so badly for my clients. Every client that comes into Align Fitness, that's all I want is I want them to transform their life, their body. I want them to feel healthier, happier, more energy, wear the clothes they want to wear, lose the weight. That's all I want for them. But I cannot want it more than they do. A coach cannot drag you to the gym. A coach cannot cook your meals for you. Even if you have an in-person trainer, a lot of people are like, well, I need someone in person. No, you just need to be connected to your vision. You need discipline. You don't need someone there in person. Even if a trainer was there in person, you still have to drive yourself to the gym. You still have to get in the kitchen and cook your meals. No one is going to do that for you. So stop relying on other people and start taking responsibility. A coach can guide you. A coach can support you. A coach can push you and give you the game plan. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to do the work. You have to show up for yourself. Your results are always going to reflect your level of commitment to yourself and your goals. And that is a hard truth to hear, but it's the truth that's going to set you free. Okay, a coach cannot want it more than you. I have had clients where it feels like I'm trying to drag them across the finish line and I want it so badly for them. And I'm just like, I just want to lovingly grab your shoulders and be like, girl, you're worth it. Come on, let's show up for yourself. But I can't force anyone to do it. You have to want it. You have to want your goals. And again, like you're going to have hard days and you're going to make mistakes and mess ups, and that's fine. Like I'm not talking about you had a rough week and you fell off track. That's a part of the journey. I'm talking if it's like months and months and months of like the same you cannot get yourself to the gym. You just cannot meal prep. You're just not showing up for you. No one can do those hard things but you. You need to want your goals more than your coach. And number 10, the most important one, 10th brutal truth, is coaching is going to reveal deeper issues than just food or workouts. And what I mean by that is many people will join a program for the fitness, for the nutrition, and that's a huge part of it. But it's such, your fitness journey, you guys, it's such a mental one. It is such a huge mindset journey. Like you end up facing your identity, your self-worth. You end up finding out about things you've struggled with from your childhood and limiting beliefs that were placed in you when you were like a child. Like it goes super deep. The limiting beliefs, it's creating a whole new identity. It's viewing your worth differently. Like it's just such a huge, deep journey. And a good coach will help you grow in every area, not just physically. A good coach should be talking to you about what's coming up for you. What is triggering about this? Like Like, what emotions do we have around this? Talking about the limiting beliefs, talking about the fear of failure, the fear of success, because oftentimes it is not a woman's schedule that holds them back, or their age, or their hormones. It's their own limiting beliefs that they have about themselves. Because if there's a part of you who truly thinks, I'll never look like that, I'll never be able to lose the weight, I'm just not worthy of that, I'm afraid of success, I don't know if I'll be able to maintain the progress, you are always going to constantly self-sabotage. And like, a good coach will talk about these things with you, but again, you have to be willing to be receptive to it and put in the work that it takes to heal from these things, right? Because we can tell you till you're blue in the face, track your macros, show up for your workouts. But if we don't identify what truly is holding you back from doing those things, and you don't even know about it either, and you're not aware of it, then you are going to continue to self-sabotage year after year after year. It is usually 99% of the time, it's your own limiting beliefs that hold you back from achieving an amazing transformation in your life. And so it's not going to take, it's not going to happen in one day or one night, an overnight fix. It'll probably take months and years of like relearning habits and relearning, your mindset and how you view yourself. And it's a huge mindset journey. Most of the transformation happens internally, which is why I love talking about mindset with my clients. We do Mindset Monday every Monday. We do have a licensed therapist on our team too, who is going to start offering mental health coaching group calls with our clients too, once a month, which I'm so excited about. And that's why I'm always trying to make our program better for our clients, because I realize it's not just a meal plan you need. It's not just a workout split you need. You need daily support and guidance and accountability, and someone to bring up to the surface what limiting beliefs have held you back. Someone to guide you on like when to change your protocols, how to break out of plateaus, how to keep showing up when you're busy, when you're stressed out, when you're not motivated. These are all hurdles that we all face in a fitness journey. And a simple like YouTube video is not going to solve years and years of, trauma and all of these things that have been holding you back, and years of bad habits. So invest in yourself. It is such an amazing decision to make. It doesn't even have to be Align Fitness. Find a coaching program that you really resonate with. Listen to their content. If they have a podcast, listen to it. If they have YouTube videos, watch those. Find something that you feel very aligned with, winky face, Align Fitness. But if there's one piece of advice I could give to anyone out there who is struggling in their health and confidence, and they want to become a better version of themselves, but they feel like their body holds them back, invest there. Invest into your body. We invest into college. We invest into university and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a degree. Why would you not invest in the one vessel that carries us through life? Your body. It's like the most important thing you can ever invest in, you guys. I could go off on a tangent and keep ranting about that, but I'm going to keep it short for the sake of this podcast. But thank you guys so much for listening to this. I love making podcasts for you. My podcast grows by word of mouth. I don't run ads on here or do anything like that. So if you loved this episode, please screenshot it, share it to your Instagram story, and tag me. It's at HallieJuneFit, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here.